Imagine a restaurant where the kitchen suddenly gets 10 new cooks. Orders leave the kitchen faster. But there is still one person at the pass checking every plate before it reaches the customer. Soon the kitchen is not waiting on cooks, it is waiting on the checker. That is the uncomfortable shape of AI assisted software development. Coding agents can multiply the number of changes a team can attempt, while the human decision point stays much narrower. Linear's latest data report gives us the signal. In a fixed cohort of paid teams, teams connected to a coding agent opened about 21 pull requests per week in June 2024. By June 2026, they opened 65. Teams without a coding agent moved from 8 to 10. So the end state gap is roughly 6.5 to 1. But pause on what that means. This is not a controlled experiment showing that agents make every team 6.5 times more productive. Agent teams were already shipping more before the comparison began. Linear counts open pull requests, not merge changes, user impact, or revenue. The number is motion, it is not proof of value. Still, the curve matters. Across all paid workspaces, pull requests per workspace were up 111% from the June 2024 baseline. And Linear says the extra AI work appeared on top of existing work rather than replacing it. The kitchen did not close the old stations, it added more tickets. A pull request, or PR, is simply a proposed code change waiting for a decision. It is the plate at the pass. An agent can write the change, run a test, and open the PR. But someone still has to ask, does this solve the right problem? Does it fit the system? What breaks if we merge it? The work is no longer just producing code. It is sorting, understanding, and verifying a growing stream of code. That is why the new bottleneck may be review bandwidth. Not because agents are useless, because a reviewer is a human attention system, and attention does not scale like compute. The obvious response is to slow the cooks down, but that throws away the advantage. A better response is to change the shape of the pass. First, let cheap automated checks catch repetitive mistakes, formatting, types, tests, dependency problems, and obvious security issues. Second, route risky or unfamiliar changes to the right human instead of sending every plate to the same person. Third, make each PR smaller and explain its intent so the reviewer spends attention on decisions, not archaeology. And finally, measure what actually survives: merged work, incidents, reversals, and outcomes, not just how many tickets left the kitchen. The analogy has a limit. Software is not food. A passing test can miss a product mistake, a security boundary, or a bad assumption. Human review is not a ceremonial stamp. It is where context enters the system. So the real shift may not be one developer replaced by one agent. It may be one developer directing a small fleet with a queue of decisions behind them. AI can make code abundant. The scarce resource becomes knowing what deserves to ship. If code arrives faster than a team can understand it, what should we optimize for next? More output or more certainty?